to one step over here, no Palestinians are allowed here. If we take one step here, Palestinians are allowed. And I don't know any other word to call this than apartheid.
I went to the old city of Hebron, where my family's from, to see what the Israeli occupation has done to this once vibrant neighborhood. And there's nobody on this street, what used to be the main commercial street in Hebron, but Israel shut it down. Palestinians aren't allowed to walk here. Today, the old city is fragmented by military checkpoints and outposts. Israeli settlers have taken over Palestinian homes, and Palestinians are banned from walking on certain streets. This Palestinian cemetery behind me in Hebron, right here, in the old city, my grandparents are buried there. Any Palestinian can visit this cemetery. But this street, Shuhada Street, no Palestinians are allowed. كيف الحياة هون؟ يعني شفتك هلا عم بتمر في حاجز.
صعب عندنا هون كثير.
This is Fadil, who has lived in this house his whole life. But in the 1980s, Israel set up a checkpoint outside his home.
خلوش قرايبنا يجي علينا. يعني بنتي متجوزة مين مسموح لها تيجي جوزها لا.
وانت بتقدر تمشي هون مش ممنوع.
بس لحديت.
Wow.
We look at the streets in Hebron. We have two different ethnicities, and according to that, the different law systems are applied. Of course, we call it apartheid. It's not even a question when we look at the situation in Hebron.
That's Ori Gavadi, a former Israeli soldier who once patrolled this area. Now he works with the anti-occupation group Breaking the Silence, giving tours to show the reality of the occupation.
On that street, Palestinians are allowed to walk and open businesses, but not allowed to drive. The yellow street on the map is a street where Palestinians are only allowed to walk, not allowed to drive, and not allowed to open businesses. The street that we're heading towards, no Palestinian in the whole wide world can walk on those streets.
Why?
That's how we decided to control the Palestinian population.
So how did it get to be this way? Hebron is a city that both Jews and Muslims consider holy. In 1967, the Israeli occupation began, and settlers started moving into the heart of Hebron. But even then, Hebron streets weren't segregated. In 1994, everything changed. An American-born settler entered a Hebron mosque with an assault rifle and killed 29 Palestinians. In response to this attack and the unrest that followed, Israel punished Palestinians, banning them from some of the city's most important streets.
صادر شارع الشهداء، هذا الشارع اللي كان يوصلنا مع كل العالم، هذا الشارع كان يعيش بالحركة، يعيش بالزوار، بالوفود من كل أقطار فلسطين، اليوم صفت كنا مدينة أشباح.
Even Palestinians who live on Shuhada Street can't walk out their front doors.
We send Israeli soldiers to weld shut those front doors while everyone else who's not a Palestinian can walk freely. The segregated roads and the settlements, they exist here and they exist all over the West Bank. The difference in Hebron is that in a very short walk, we can see examples of all of them. I believe that any decent